Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little follow-up about the Soul Reaver audiobook that's in development right now. If you're a regular to this channel and you're not interested in the audiobook, give this video a miss, watch one of the regular ones on Saturday. I totally wouldn't blame you. This is just basically covering the response I got from the audiobook. If you haven't checked it out, if you've missed it and you are interested, there'll be a link below. As you can see, I'm not editing this, I'm just going off the cuff here. The response I got on YouTube to the book was pretty awesome. I didn't expect that many people to be interested. It was really cool. I regretted it the instant I did it, but I shared the video on Reddit. Reddit's not the best place in the world. It's a little bit toxic at times, but everyone there was really awesome about it, and they seemed to love it. It was great. The response I got was great. I don't know how else to put it. It was surprising, but I'm always putting myself down, and I know I'm a paranoid fuck, so that's my fault. But I've got to clear up something. A lot of people have kept asking in comments in places here and there, when is the next chapter coming out? It's like, I feel like I need to do this video to make this clear. I'm not releasing chapters as they're done. I'm not going to write a chapter of the book, create it for the audiobook part, and then release it like that. That's not what I had planned. I'm going to write the entire thing, then create the entire thing, then release the entire thing. That's the plan. The reason why I put out that demo, because it is just a demo, is when I was started writing it, I got like a chapter or so in, and then I started doing what I always do. I thought, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can make it into an audiobook. And I don't care about book part of it nearly as much as I care about audiobook, because I'm a very busy person. I don't get time to sit down and read stuff. I just don't. But I do get time to listen to audiobooks at work. So I've developed a love for them. And I wanted to write one on Soul Reaver, but as I was writing it, I thought, I don't know if I can make it. So I thought I'll take a chapter and I'll make it. And I did, bar sound effects and other things that were mentioned at the start of that last video that has the audiobook demo attached to it. And yeah, I made it. I showed it to literally like 2 people. They were very positive. The only things they pointed out that need changing were the things I've already planned on changing. So that demo you've heard isn't the final product. That's going to be redone. I just thought, fuck it. Let's put it out there, see what people think. What's the arm? And yeah, was amazed at the response. So seeing as I'm having to clear this up and say there's not going to be a release of a chapter 2, it's going to be just putting stuff out there. I thought I would tell people so no one gets upset. Feels like the project started and then died quickly. No, the project is still going strong. The more I write, the further it goes, the happier I am with it. Like the other day, I don't want to go into detail. I don't want to give anything away, but I was trying to be really descriptive with some of the stuff I was writing down. I was very happy with what I did. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but I was very happy with it. I haven't shown this part to anyone. I haven't shown anyone anything else from the book yet. No one's seen anything. So it is going to be a case of me get to the end and then put stuff out there. But that's not to say I won't release some stuff on my channel here. Is the easiest way of doing this shit, to show you how it's going. So, for example, yesterday was Live at the Arcade. That's a live stream on the Retro Game Boy channel, to which I'm the co-host. Whilst I was waiting for Mike, because we meet at 8:30, the live stream starts at 9, but that gives us half hour to make sure that everything fucking works. Normally it doesn't. But while I was waiting for him to come online, I thought, fuck it. I'd turn on Soul Reaver, put it on the PS2, have it on the LCRT, watch the intro, and just try and do the voices, practice some Raziel voice, and then one of the toughest voices, because there's some seriously good voice actors in Soul Reaver. They're amazing. But Tony J, when he passed away, that was such a pisser to the world of video games because his voice is iconic. It's very difficult to do his voice. So I'm not gonna chastise myself too much for not being able to do Tony J. I'm just gonna try and do his mannerisms in the way he speaks, the depth, the slight accent, the way he would make a word drag or short or quick, however he does it. So I was just practicing. So here's a little clip of what that sounded like.
I am destroyed. You are reborn. The birth of one of Cain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that inhabits the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Cain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls, and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to read their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul Reaver, my angel of death.
And there you go. That's just practice. Just practice. That's all I do is just practice while I'm playing the game. Play the game again and again and again because I love it. And I will say every sodding line. And if I forget one or I get one wrong, it's like, idiot, twat, bastard. And then I have to do it again. Yeah, I'm obsessive like that. But if I'm not writing the book, if I'm not working on it like that, I might be working on something else that would help the audiobook side of it. For example, if you heard the demo, you would have heard like the ambience in the background and certain effects used on other people's voice. The narrator's voice, I think I'll always keep clear, but character voices might sound echoey if they're in a cave or Sanctuary of the Clans, maybe they're a little bit somewhere like that, you know. And I thought today about maybe I would show you something. I'm going to make the background noise for the Spectral Realm. Now, the thing is, I'm not just going to rip it from the video game and plop it in the audiobook, because then we're going down copyright problems. People still own Soul Reaver. I have to be careful with how I do this. More on that in a minute. I'm trying to keep this video as quick as I can, but I thought I would quickly show you. We do it now. Thing for the Spectral Realm thing. So get ready for some weird looking editing things, and you won't quite get what I'm doing at the start, but trust me, this is a little trick I had messed around with and figured out back when I used to do black metal. So get ready, we're going to have a go at some weird background sound effects for the Spectral Realm. Okay, so if we take this audio that's up here, and you test it now, just to prove that I've done nothing to it. Raise the vol slightly. That's the sort of thing we've got without editing. So if I now go to an effects board, I'm going to whack up some reverb. See what we can do about the time size. Kind of just a little. Tempo. Stretch that fucker out. Pitch just a tiny bit below what I actually can do. We'll test it. they are. What do you think of that? Again, if you're wondering why I'm going to the effort of doing backgrounds differently rather than just taking them from the game, it's because I want this to be released on Audible. I want this book in its entirety, I can't word, to be released in various places where so many people can get it with ease. And to do that means I've got to be careful copyright-wise. So the cover of the book can't have Raziel on it, and it can't have the Soul Reaver sword. They're too iconic, so I'm going to get some artwork. I'm going to hire an artist at some point to help me with that. Funnily enough, the live stream yesterday, live at the arcade one, well, Wednesday. I'm recording this Thursday, but it'll probably be released tomorrow or Friday. Someone was saying, why don't you do a Kickstarter? And I said there's no reason for me to do a Kickstarter. I don't need any financial help with this. I will have to pay an artist to do the fucking front cover. But aside from that, I couldn't think of anything. And then people were showing interest in a physical copy of this book. It's like, that wasn't my intention, but I'm not against it. We'll see. The only thing is, if I was to do that, I would have to hire an editor, because this is being written and the layout of the writing is done like a script, like a movie script. That's to help me with reading out bits to make it clearer for me. It's written this certain way just for me. So if it was to be written in a typical book way, normal book way for anyone to read, I would have to hire an editor to basically clean that shit up, to rearrange it, to change the layout and various other things, stuff like that. I would have to hire someone. Maybe a Kickstarter for that. I don't know. I don't know how much an editor costs. I don't want to, though. I don't want to go... Well, let me rephrase. I don't want to go down the route of needing money. That's what I don't want, alright? I'm not getting into this because I think I'll sell an audiobook and make tons and tons of money. No, I want to make an audiobook. I'm making an audiobook because I want to. Oh, that was another thing on the Reddit Soul Reaver bit where people were commenting on a lot. The Fear Factory shirt I was wearing, the Fear Factory hoodie rather. Yeah, I got that way back when Archetype was the latest album. Yeah, I've had it all these years. Love that hoodie. So that was cool that people were highlighting that. Anyway, I think I've rambled long enough. What I will end this with is some voice samples. Let's do some practicing of a couple of characters. What do you reckon? I think we'll do two characters that are very different. Melchiah, and I wish he was in Soul Reaver 1 more because he was so good in Soul Reaver 2. Mobius. What do you reckon of that? That could be fun. So let's do that. Right. In advance, thank you very much for watching this. I hope this has cleared up things as to why there isn't going to be a release of a Chapter 2, because that wasn't even effectively Chapter 1 you heard. It will be fixed and tidied up to be Chapter 1, but what you've heard there is a demo. Best shut up or I will ramble. Thank you very much. If you want to keep following what's going on with this Soul Reaver book, subscribe to the channel. It's the easiest way to keep tabs on it. I don't know how often I'll put out a video about the book, because all the time I'm doing that, I'm not working on writing it, am I? But I thought it was important to clear things up on this today. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the audiobook so far and enjoy the little audio snippets you're about to hear. See you later.
Everyone is afraid, sibling. You awake to a world of fear. These times of change are so unsettling. Do you think I feel no revulsion for this form? Do you believe for a moment that our Lord would risk his empire on an upstart inheritance? You are the last to die!
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that is the one and only chance you'll get. I assure you of that. So, Raziel, here we are. You have no choice but to confront me now, and I am not so foolish as I had led you to believe. You think you're exercising your free will, Raziel? You're simply Cain's servant. You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you.